Moving on to the next story. The next story is Apple and USB-C. They have been forced, is the word? Should we use the word forced?
Urged.
Urged, strongly urged.
Yeah, strongly urged to adopt it.
The weird thing about this Apple thing is that the release of how they have to do it, it was a guy, one of the chief engineers was doing an interview, like they didn't actually even have a press release about it. He was in a, look the article here, right? A senior vice president of world marketing, Greg Jausak, confirmed to Wall Street Journal reporter Joanna Stern that USB-C ports are coming. Governments get to do what they're going to do, and obviously we'll have to comply. We have no choice. So this is not an official press release from Apple. This is not an official statement saying, well, we're going to have USB-C from, I think the date that they have to do it by is fall 2024.
Yeah.
That's the date the EU set up. So the backstory is this, right? Tell them the backstory.
Oh yeah, the backstory is that, the EU, they more or less were lobbying Apple to implement USB-C over a period of time, because everyone else uses USB-C, Android, other devices, but Apple had their proprietary Lightning. And after a while, they stopped actually providing it in the box. So the EU, the European Union, those European countries, they really strict and they really look out for their population in terms of these type of policies, and they have strong governing policies. So they more or less told Apple, hey, you need to comply and make chargers more accessible to other people, because not everybody would subscribe to a Lightning port. Most of the other devices, they use USB-C. So why
Even
you
an
need to be different again?
iPad and MacBook using USB-C too, right? To charge. Well,
yes. I think one, like the 10.5-inch iPad still uses the USB 10. Yeah, I mean USB 10.
The Lightning?
Yeah.
Oh, for real? Okay. The iPad mini?
Not the mini, the regular. Not the Pro, the regular 10-inch still uses
I lost track of iPads.
Yeah. And to kind of save their people on expense, because I mean you'll have USB-C for all the other devices, so why you had to spend more money for Apple device to buy Lightning? So that was the whole thing. And
so why
they
Apple
told them
resisted?
Why did they resist? And because they're gonna cost them money. Gonna cost them money to implement USB-C. If you're using something all the time, right? You already have that down pack, you have the processor, you have the materials, you have everything down pack, the phone, the design, everything. They're gonna spend money to redesign, spend money they're probably going to have to include some of those chargers in the box, because it's going to be the first time they're offering it. So they're probably going to need to include it in the first version. So it's going to cost them money.
No, here the funny thing, right? The other end of a Lightning cable have a USB-C port. The charging brick has a USB-C port on it.
Yeah.
When I was hearing the argument about creating e-waste and it will cause us to have to redefine our process and all kind of stuff, and I was like, so you decided to do it on an iPad without any urging or whatsoever, because why?
Probably, I'm not sure, but I suspect it could give the iPad more power. At least, I'm not sure, but
it could probably charge the iPad faster because the battery bigger. Well, I could see that. I could see that, because once the battery passes a certain amount of milliamp hours, it could take longer to charge. And certain USB-C, well, the Thunderbolt version of the USB-C basically could send a lot more watts through if you put it on a 65-watt charger or something like that.
Yeah.
Or higher watt charger. But the e-waste argument,
that does stand up at all. At the end of the day, most of them companies is about money. You make less chargers, you make more money, and they charge the same price.
Yeah. That's facts. So they have a timeline to use it by the fall of 2024. So normally the iPhone is coming out in September of every year, right?
Yeah.
September. So they had 2 years. So next year, I can't see them changing to the USB-C by next year. because they probably have the iPhone 15 already in the pipeline, sorted out and all that. But by 2024, they will have to have it in. Now, if the thing, when I put this video on TikTok, I think a lot of the people are like, nah, bro, they're going to MagSafe wireless charging. And I was like, why would you say that? Why would you think that?
They're going to end up in more trouble because the EU problem, EU issue with them was that everyone else using USB-C. So we need you to do it as well. So if you go with MagSafe with some other type of interface other than USB-C, you're going to end up in the same issue. The problem is they want everybody else. They want Apple to follow everybody else and use USB-C. So anytime you bring something new, you're going to end up in the same.
So if they get the wireless MagSafe charger, but it plugging into a USB-C cable, like a USB-C cable plugging into it,
they're going to include it in the box.
Oh, yeah, that's there. I cannot see them doing that. Because they're going to make more money from selling the chargers.